Biden has not done enough to promote green energy or to promote legislation that incentivizes green energy or to invest in or subsidize green energy. I want significantly more work being done in that front. With that being said, right now, at this time, America and the West broadly has energy needs. That's an objective fact. There is no presidency, not Biden's or Bernie's or Cornel West's or whoever else's, that would be able to snap their fingers and make the United States use less oil. That's just not possible. In the meantime, we need the oil. And there are two places it can come from: America or not America. Now, to make clear here, all right, the price of oil is determined globally. Oil ships globally, right? So because America does not control the corporations that drill for oil within our own borders, those companies, American companies, sell at global market prices. These aren't like state-controlled fracking organizations where we just get the oil. If the US government wants the oil, they have to buy it at market price. And that's precisely why I feel the Biden administration has been trying to up domestic oil production, because doing so allows us to shore up reserves, maintain preferential trading for ourselves. And we do get it for less, I think, from domestically produced oil than we would if we bought internationally, because we're not shipping it across the world, you know. So the goal then, I think, is to make us less susceptible to complete reliance on foreign dictatorships in order to meet our energy needs. Now, there are many more things that could be done to improve this. A faster faster investment in green energy would hasten the extent to which we could pull away here. But you all understand the point that I'm trying to make, right? The absolute endgame scenario here is Donald Trump winning again. The right winning is it. That's game over right there, you know? So if this is about trying to harden America against this kind of foreign influence, then I genuinely understand the decision making. And it's not just this can't just be done with America either. This has to be done for all Western nations, for every country. You know, the same is the case with China. China has massive energy needs. They use a shit ton of coal, and they can't produce that much of it domestically, so they import a ton of it from Russia, and that's one of the reasons why they have this tenuous relationship going on. Unfortunately, Joe's run out of time, don't you think? The average voter, especially rural, isn't going to give a shit about international relations. They'll see gas prices going up, Fox News feeding them, and Trump gets the White House. That's why the fracking has been happening, to keep the oil prices lower. That's why there's been such an effort from the Biden administration to keep the taps open, I believe. This is a very delicate issue, okay? We have to balance two things here. Obviously, we need to cut carbon emissions or the world will end, or at the very least become a lot worse. And at the same time, the only way for us to do that is through responsible global political governance. And that can't happen if Trump wins. We need two things at once here, you know? So operating with the awareness that Russia and Saudi Arabia and other OPEC countries will try to influence our elections by putting their thumbs on the scale of international oil prices to help destabilize people's perceptions of the Biden administration and shepherd Trump into office. And they'll keep doing this, by the way. It is of the utmost importance that we, A, facilitate energy independence, and B, understand that the best way to facilitate energy independence is with renewable energy. Folks, that would solve it, wouldn't it? That would do it right there. We need to reduce people's reliance on cars. We need investment in high-speed rail and public transportation so people aren't driving every goddamn where all the time, all over the place. We need our energy to come from local, renewable sources. And we will be free. We will be completely free. We will be free. Won't that be nice? Now, I don't think the Biden administration has done nearly enough to advocate for and promote green energy or to talk about these issues. I understand that Biden can't just go up there in front of or behind the podium and say, like, Saudi Arabia and Russia are conspiring to bring down America, because if he did, it's too politically delicate to, like, make a public issue of, you know? That's why he's been doing the fracking permit stuff, like, kind of quiet, I think. He's been doing it kind of, you know, he hasn't been making the big deal of it that Trump would. Like, Trump would be like, and we're allowing people with energy independence. We're going to get big. He's doing it quiet. He does everything quiet. Yes, that's true. It's difficult. How would you sell this to the American people? How do you tell the American people that as massive and powerful as we are still susceptible to foreign influence through price manipulation of oil? I genuinely don't know. I'll think on it. Not like my suggestion will do anything. He's not listening to me. But I'll think on it. Also, the DoD supposedly uses over 100 million barrels of oil a year. Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. The Department of Defense, I'm pretty sure, for any institution, is our largest user of oil. How much of USA oil does Department of Defense use? On average, annually, 4.6 billion US gallons. Cool. That's nice. How many barrels of oil does USA use per year? About 7.4 billion barrels of petroleum every year. Wait, does the Defense Department use 2/3 of all of our oil? Wait, that can't be right. Energy usage of the United States military. They can't possibly use 2/3 of all 4.6 billion gallons of fuel annually. If it were a country, the DoD would rank 34th in the world in average daily oil use, coming in just behind Iraq and just ahead of Sweden. Okay, then not 2/3. Wait, then how much do we... Wait, this says 2.6 billion gallons of fuel annually, not oil usage. There are other things they cut with oil when they refine it into gasoline, right? Okay, whatever. The point is they use a lot, okay? We need to use less. We need to use less. Gallons versus barrels. Oh, did I fall afoul of the classic gallons versus barrels scheme? That might be it. How much is Exxon paying you for this segment? Not nearly enough. Philomath 20, I agree that as leftists, the best thing that we can do is like loudly argue for shift towards energy independence. The main issue, though, is that we're talking about oil specifically, and oil is used majority for transportation, and that means it's not about like electrifying the grid, right? Like, first of all, the United States and all countries will always need some amount of oil, at least until we have some massive technological breakthrough, because there are some types of fuel that we just always need in oil form, like plane flights, for example. At least right now, that's what we need. We can't like public transportation airlines. Airlines already are public transportation. And also, we use the byproducts of petroleum to make stuff like plastic. And while plastic does have environmental repercussions, like for its massive use and stuff, plastic is also a necessary component of basically all modern manufacturing, and the sudden stopping of all plastic use would be devastating for everyone. So we can't quite do that. So, yeah, we have to roll that down.